live, there's this Edomite. This motherfucker is like 48 years old. But he looks and dresses like he's 20-something, bro. This dude's like damn near 50 years old. You know, goes to the gym and acts like a fucking kid, bro. Acts like a goofball, a cornball. Talks about his girlfriend's only like 30. And this dude's 50, which there's nothing wrong with that. Better to have a young woman. You know? But just describing him, you know, the characteristics of Esau, man, a fucking an overgrown child, man. You watch that movie Step Brothers? Yeah. Those are fucking Edomites, bro. You know, look at the elite. You know, and the way they live. You know, they're fucking over here just promoting so much wickedness, keeping you people bugged out. Because they're not happy, because they know they're going to be destroyed. Okay? Esau's just an overgrown, upset child, man. He can't have his way, so he wants to fuck everything else off. This man will destroy the world just to get a resource, man. Just to find an ounce of gold, he'll fucking mine a whole big ass crater in the ground, man.
Yeah, he'll kill an entire population of people just to get. Oh, that's what that movie, Avatar was about. You know?
Yeah.
They destroyed their entire society right there so that they can mine some rocks.
The second one, they were mining the adrenochrome from fucking these whales, bro. So after they got done with this tribe, they went on to the next tribe.
Right.
Which what Esau was doing to Jake, man. You know? It's well known that Brazil and Mexico are like the biggest producers of silver. And Esau knew that this place was is Arsaret, Ophir, where there was precious stones and precious metals. Lots of them. The California gold rush. And they did that, destroying the earth based on greed, just to make money, bro. It's insane, bro. Oh, look it out, just California. You know, just California was full of like, especially out here in the Central Valley. Yeah, those big ass evergreen trees. You know, when we have like wolves, there'll be wolves, bears, mountain lions. This fool chopped down all these forests and damn near exterminated the grizzly bear. The California grizzly bear, you don't even find them no more, bro. And they say them things were huge. They were bigger than Kodiaks, man. Or the California great ape, which is like 9 foot tall. You know, where you get that ideology or idea of Sasquatch. That was the California great ape, which he was exterminating them. You know, the Thunderbird. You know, this man is an exterminator. Right?
Yeah, the death bringer.
Yeah, harbinger of death.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 2:1. For the ungodly said, reasoning within themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. For we are born at all adventures, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and the little spark in the moving of our heart, which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air. And our name shall be forgotten in time, and in remembrance. And our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud, and shall be dispersed as a mist that is driven away with the beams of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof. For our time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning. So it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again. You know, and it says the wicked were reasoning within themselves, but not aright. And they're basically saying that their life is short, and after they die, there's no remembrance of them, of the generations afterward. Right? But reincarnation is in the scripture. You get reincarnated, and the Lord actually takes account of everything that you've done in the past. So everything that you do is remembered. And it's taken account thereof in the time of judgment. That's why when this place is judged, Esau's going to be judged from everything that he's done, man. Everything has been taken account of, man. The Lord didn't forget about anything that Esau has done, man. That's why all the brutality and slavery and all these different things get called into question, not for reparations, but for judgment's sake, man. Because the Lord requires that which is past. So it's not about, oh, you know, this or that. This is, you know, look at what. No, man. It's about you did what you did, and there's a punishment for it. And there's no, oh, we need to look past it. No, man. You gotta get punished for what you've done, man.
Right. And the Lord requires that which was past, that which is past. You know? So what you've done, the Edomites have done throughout your lifetimes, okay, you're going to be judged for it. You know? As it says also that the Lord, He visits people, you know, in the, what is it, second and third generation?
Yeah.
After reincarnation. Okay. Everybody's reincarnated. That's why it also says Esau's going to be judged for the iniquity of his fathers. Because you are your forefathers coming back. It's Ecclesiasticus 10 verse 7. Pride is hateful before the power in man, and by both doth one commit iniquity. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one kingdom to another. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man, and that's Esau. Alright, Esau's covetous, very covetous. He coveted Jacob over the birthright.
He oppresses a man in his heritage.
Right.
He coveted the heritage.
They covet fields and take them by violence.
That's violence.
Okay? That's you Edomites. That's you so-called white people now. Alright, you red. Okay? You're a very covetous nation. Which to covet means to desire something that isn't yours. Okay? To covet it, to desire to take it. Okay? In which Esau coveted the whole earth. Alright? The whole creation. It's so bad Esau coveted the birthright, our identity as a people. He calls himself the Jews.
Yeah, he wants to be Jacob.
Yeah, he wants to be Jacob. You know? But hey, let me finish that. It says, for such in one setteth his own soul to sale, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels. The physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die. And Esau is a king, you know. But tomorrow, okay, because the night is far spent. You know, tomorrow, when Yahushua returns, Esau's going to be destroyed, man. Okay, his whole system is going to be destroyed by nuclear missiles. That's how America's going to go, by nuclear missiles. Okay, the Russians and the Chinese and the Persians and the Koreans and certain parts of Africa. Okay, oh well, all they that bend the book, as the scripture says.
Yeah, Esau's tired of himself.
Right.
Esau's tired of himself, man.
Right now you got Europe bucking up against America because they're banning the exports of Russia, which Europe, a lot of European countries depend on Russian export, especially that pipeline. Germany depends on it. Great Britain, they depend on that, man. And those are the two major factions within the beast, within NATO and the EU. Those are the two most powerful, man. Is Germany and Britain, man. You know? So right now they're looking at America like, you motherfuckers, you bad for business. Alright, something's gonna happen where Amalek, so-called Jews and Israelis are gonna provoke this war, man. Okay? And it's gonna set it off. And then they're all gonna come to conclusions to scorch America and Israel, man. This is prophecy, man. Alright? The land of Israel is gonna get burned up too. Okay? But this is the major focus. This is that major wicked country, man.
Big Satan.
This is big shit time.
Hey man, this is where all the madness gets pumped out of, man. You know? And then you look at the society of America, that's, you know, all these nations that go and get into bed with America, you see you know, that type of stuff bubbling up in their own society, man. That's why they have all the riots and protests and stuff like that, especially like in Iran, you know, because there was a period of time when their women started dressing like American women, you know, and they started acting more Western, and then them Muslims over there were like, nah, bro, this is no, we ain't doing this.
That's when they took down that government.
Yeah, that was like in the 70s, the 60s and the 70s.
This is Esther chapter 9, verse 24. Because Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, the enemy of all the Jews, had devised against the Jews to destroy them, and had cast her, that is the lot, to consume them and to destroy them. But when Esther came before the king, he commanded by letters that his wicked device, which he devised against the Jews, should return upon his own head, and that he and his sons should be hanged on the gallows. So Esau, as the scripture says, the wicked plotteth against the just. Alright? All Esau's traps and snares that he has laid in wait for us, the people, are going to return upon his own head. Okay? One of those major things is to cause a global nuclear war. You know, to provoke this third world war. Alright, he created these nukes through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, as the scripture says. You know, the Lord created the smith that blew at the coals and the waster to destroy it. So the Lord created Esau to be the wicked, the sword, gave him power in the earth to create a major sword so that he could use it against himself. Because you remember Yahushai, Isaac, blessed Esau with the sword. He told him, thou shalt live by thy sword. But then Yahushai told Peter, put again thy sword, for they that live by the sword shall die by the sword. So So the sword was Esau's blessing, but it's also his curse. It's going to be his downfall. You know? So as Ammon came against the Israelites, came against the Jews, to be specific, the southern kingdom, alright, in the time of Babylon, his plots, his unrighteous dealings, okay, his agenda to destroy Jacob was actually turned upon his own head for his own demise.
If I could say something, Esau's own blessing was a weapon against him as well, because it says, by his sword shall he live, right? Now, one of the ways that he really got all these nations to come up under him was through arms deals, because Esau was the one that had the guns. And Esau had that modern technology for weaponry. And so, hey, even when you look into like the transatlantic slave trade, the Hamites, they were trading a lot of slaves for guns, man. And then they would use those guns to get more slaves, and it was a cycle. But all these nations have given up booty in order to get to partake in that blessing, to get that weaponry that Esau had. And now Esau done sold himself out so much that now the guns are pointed at him. Now everybody's got guns. Now everybody's got missiles. He done traded it off to everyone. That's why it talks about Satan and his angels, you know. But the Lord is stirring up the nations against Esau. And let the weak say, I'm strong, all those things. Now these other nations are all looking around like, hey man, we all got missiles too.
It's cool that you mentioned that, because what was going on in Sudan? Okay, the Sudan government is fighting against a rebel government. You know, there's a rebel group and an actual group that actually stands for their people, and who's backing each side is America and Russia. Okay, America's giving them arms, you know, and telling them, hey, you know, we'll give you money and arms, but you gotta overcome this other sect and push our philosophy. You know, or look at what happened
with the Arabs.
You know, different Israelite countries. Look at Mexico. They had a thing called Operation Fast and Furious, where they were training cartels, U.S. grade assault weaponry for cocaine and meth, different drugs. You know, but all this is going to backfire against Esau.
Yeah, because you notice anytime that there's conflict among nations, it's always, you know, Esau that's funding and arming these people to fight against each other, man. You know?
He's actually funds like different coups to fight against their own governments.
Yeah, to overthrow their own government.
Or he'll set up a terrorist group. You know, because like Daesh and Al-Qaeda and all them, they were fighting, or the Taliban in Afghanistan, giving them U.S. weaponry.
They left a bunch of armor.
Yeah. This is Obadiah, verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border.
Right, they're all sick of you, man. They're all sick of your wickedness. Everybody knows about you now, the way that you get down. When it talks about the nations, what does it say? The nations that become drunk in that wine and become mad? That's what it's talking about, man. All these different nations that have gotten there with Esau, they're kind of in a phase where it's like, we need to get rid of this guy, man. This guy's bad for business. All he does is destroy everything, man.
Right. That's why these other nations are Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Okay, which South Africa is Sudan, right? It's like South Africa. You know, because they start joining up with them. You know, even America's own allies, because India is an ally of America.
Yeah.
You know, but they're part of the BRICS. They're starting to shift away. Look at Turkey, bro. Turkey is talking about how America is always engaging in war, always promoting violence and war.
Right.
And Ezekiel 38 also mentions how Turkey, which is Togarmah, is going to link up with Russia and Iran.
Yeah, they don't. America doesn't want peace, man.
Right.
America wants control. America wants to dominate, man. You know, that's why they want to take Iran. Because Iran doesn't want to get them.
He says, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in you.
Yeah, because you got Esau over here thinking like, man, fuck everybody. Ain't nobody gonna touch me, man. Esau is like, you know that movie Training Day? What's the main character's name? Denzel Washington. America's like Denzel Washington in Training Day. When he's totally through and he's walking through the hood going, King Kong ain't got shit on me. I'll put a case on all of y'all. Like, that's America right now, man. Just pumping up towards everybody, but he got no wisdom to be able to see that America's through. America can't see its own demise, and all these other nations getting ready to just fucking thrust it through, man.
Right. Doing was he was going around bullying everybody.
Right.
You know, having everybody in his pocket. But at the end, guess what? He got smoked by the Russians.
Yeah, he did.
He got smoked by the Russian mob. You know? Just like America, man, at the end of the day, all that bullying, you know, the Russian mobs.
Hey, man, Russia and America always bumping heads.
Right.
See, but America got fat, happy, drunk, while Russia stayed war ready. Because Russia was just waiting for their time.
During the Cold War was fun. Cuban Missile Crisis.
Right.
And to this day, there's an embargo on Cuba. Where like you can't really even go into this quiet. Cuba is still considered a what do you call it country?
Like a hostile country?
Yeah, but what was the term? It's a communist country.
Right.
You know? You're fine. Yeah. And Cuba is allies with Russia. You know, during those times, they were trading each other different resources for bombs. I believe Russia actually stationed or seeded missiles and missile defense systems there. And the Cold War never actually went anywhere. It's just a ceasefire. And look at it now. Shit's turning up. America got troops in Ukraine. Russia knows this. Alright, they've been shooting down their drones and shit. Russia knows that NATO and the EU are there in Ukraine. Look at what's going on in Taiwan. This thing is really at the gate, man. Okay? The third world coming quickly. Alright? You know, it's go time, brothers. know, we're approaching the final quarter, the fourth quarter.
Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrow. You know, when the brother's talking about World War III, when all these nations rise up against each other and really start going ham on each other, man, all types of calamities are going to break down, man. The economy is going to fail. All these nations are going to be at war with each other, right? All hell is going to break loose, man. Famines, pestilences. That's the time of Jacob's trouble, man. And it says those are the beginning of sorrows, man. These be the beginnings of sorrow. That means we're gonna endure hardness, because this system's gonna break down, and it's not like we're just gonna get beamed up. Nah, man, we're gonna have to endure through this madness, through this hell. It says, and then it goes on, and it says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. So all this stuff is going on. That's when they're gonna pinpoint on us, man. That's when they're gonna bring us into the light, man, and persecute us, man. Be like, here it is, we got all this stuff going on, and we got these assholes out here. It's all their fault. Right? That's when they're gonna start, Revelation 13 and 15, where it says anybody that speaks against the beast shall cause many to speak against it, he be killed. And that time, man, Esau's he's gonna come down with great wrath. Come in like a madman, sparing none. All those scriptures that we talk about every week, man. You know, that's the time those are the times that we're coming into, man. We're heading into. All hell is gonna break loose, man. And it's just gonna be madness out here, man. It's gonna get to the point where you know, you'll be like, man, if the Lord don't come soon, no flesh is gonna be saved, man.
This is Isaiah chapter 59, verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
Because here it is. All this time Esau's been gathering all this data, putting all these people on lists, has all these terrorist organizations watching. You know, basically everybody that's against the system is flagged, man. You know, so when all hell breaks loose, Esau's going to be coming for anybody he deems a terrorist, anybody that's against the LGBT, that's against the peace system, man. That's against Esau's new world order, man.
The Lord's going to intervene because here it is. We're just set up for righteousness, man. For the truth's sake. As the scripture says, we're set for the defense of the gospel. You know, when all hell breaks loose, we can't retreat, you know. We can't tell Esau, we don't believe in this anymore. Because there's going to be guys that do that. But as the scripture says, you're still going to be held in derision and trodden underfoot. But the elect are not going to retreat, are not going to back down. Okay? And Esau's going to come in, you know, like the brother brought out in Revelation 13, you know, that for speaking against this, you know, he's going to come against us, man. But the scripture says that the Lord is going to lift up a standard against him. Brothers are going to receive power to defend themselves from Esau. And then this is Isaiah 54 verse 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith Jehovah.
Yeah, and we're gonna be totally right to condemn, because when things break down, when hell starts, when these people really start feeling it, man, when inflation busts, shit's hitting the fan, and we don't know how long we're gonna be out here preaching for. We know there's gonna be a time when we're not gonna be able to anymore. But until that time, things are gonna get hard. You're gonna have people going through a hell of a time, and the last thing that they're gonna want to hear is that they're being judged by the Lord.
Right.
But we're gonna be righteous in saying so, because we've been talking about this, and then when things start happening, we're gonna be even more justified to say, like, this is why it's happening. That's why it says the path of the just shineth more and more into the perfect day. It's going to be more and more prevalent who's right, man.
So it says, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn. Because it's going to be everybody speaking against us. They're going to put us on the front street.
Right.
It says, certain brothers are going to be brought to the gate of the nobles.
Right.
Certain brothers are going to be in Supreme Courts. And you know what Trump said? Trump said if he's reelected, he's going to bring back the kids. So while you're in fucking court, right? So if you're in court, right then and there, you can get judged. And they slap the gavel. And you just get your fucking head cut. But it says, but every word that shall come against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn. Brothers are going to be like Saddam Hussein, times 144. Remember when they went to go execute him? It's like, God is great.
Yeah.
God is great. Jacob being the spirit condemning Esau.
Yeah.
Like the brothers in the book of Maccabees. The last one, no, not the last one, but one of the last ones, he tells them, Antiochus, he says, seeing it is a good thing, being put to death by men, just to be reincarnated by the Lord. But as for thee and your seed, you guys are not going to have any resurrection to life. When Esau gets taken down, this go around, you're never, ever going to rule the planet Earth again. You're never, ever, ever going to be in any position of power.
You're going to be annihilated.
Right, you're going to go into hardcore slavery first. You're going to be supremely insignificant, bro. Right, now they're going to have to go through that.
Oh, yeah, but
slavery first, and it's going to be, you're going to wish for death. You're going to pray to just be at rest, And the only day you're going to rest, like brothers go into, is the Sabbath. But on the Sabbath, you're still going to be healing from those wounds. You're going to still be aching, all fucking lumped up. You know when you got like a wound, and like the air blows on you and it stings? It's going to be like that, bro. You're not going to have any rest.
be your worst nightmare.
Right.
It really is.
Yeah, well the scripture says, our hearts shall meditate terror. So Jacob come up with ways to torture you. Jacob come up with ways lipstick.
Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and there shall no torment touch them. Meaning that we're not going to be hit with nukes, man. We're not going to get judged the same way that you're going to get judged. And like the brother was talking about, we're going to be brought before nobles and whatnot as a testimony against them. We're gonna and we're gonna be telling them that stuff, man. We're gonna be telling them this is the end of your kingdom. You're about to be destroyed, man. You know, like the brother brought out, you know, you can put me to death, but at the end of the day, you have no resurrection of life, man. You're fucking through after this, bro. Like this was it for you, you know. And your own society, all your wickedness is a witness against you. You know, the condition that the world is in is a witness against you, man. It says, in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery. And they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For God reproved them and found them worthy for himself. Hey, so just like Yahweh had to go up on the cross, man, we gotta go through some shit. But it's alright, man, because we're cleansed in the fire. It says, as gold in the furnace has he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. And in the time of their visitation they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. They that put their trust in him shall understand the truth, and such as be faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he has care for his elect. It says, but the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imagination, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken the Lord. This is the time of your judgment. You know, this is the end of Esau's reign of madness. You already done had your all the wickedness that you ever wanted to do, you did it, man. It's over now. Cock just crooked.
This is Psalm chapter 139, verse 7. Remember, O Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone.
Right, man, because the Lord is going to put that anger and that fury on us. We're going to be in remembrance of all the wickedness that you've done. Look, we're going to truly know the nature of your viciousness and how deeply fucking evil and malignant you are, man.
Yeah, you're going to make us to remember everything.
And so it ain't gonna be a problem for Jake to just grab a Edomite baby and throw it, man. That's the anger that's gonna be put upon us. It's happy shall he be because we're gonna remember all the fucked up shit you did to us, man. And we're gonna return it upon you. As it says in the scriptures, to recompense. To recompense trouble to them that trouble you. Tribulation to them that trouble you is a righteous thing, man. Hey, when you go into the Old Testament, it's eye for eye, man, tooth for tooth. You did unto us, so we do unto you.
Yep. As it also says that he that stealeth the man, you know, and when he shall be found with that man still unto this day we're captives. And when the Lord returns, He gonna find us here, still captivated.
Yeah, all jacked up,
Yeah.
all messed up in the head, man, not knowing who we are. Hey, man, because if it was up to you, we would never find out.
Right.
You would erase history completely. You would make it as though slavery never happened, man.
Yeah, that's why He's taking it out of the textbooks. I always question that. The Moors, which were black Muslims, according to him, black Muslims,
Right.
were.
You guys would mind put a couple of graffiti with the little posters on it, and you just walk around for it. I don't know. How you doing, man? Sorry for messing with
Now he's saying that black Muslims were enslaving white people. Were enslaving white Christians. Okay. And the most sought after sex slaves were Christian white women. Which, at the time, the Moors did rule, and they were popping Edomite women, slaughtering Edomite men.
And Edomite slaves.
Right, had Edomite slaves. And a lot of them were Catholics and Christians, you know what I mean? But he's just using that to demonize, to pretty much say like everybody did it.
Right. And you could have that argument in the flesh. You could have that argument.
Right.
The problem is that it's not about that when it comes to the scripture. It's about who you fuck with, man. It's about who the Lord is dealing with.
Yeah, the apple of his eye.
Yep, you decided to put into slavery the wrong people.
Right.
You knew what you was doing when you did that. Jake did what they did to you. Hey, man, look at what you did. Raise it.
Right.
It's not like you didn't do anything wrong. So you did what you did. Jake got you back. You weren't supposed to come back seeking vengeance, man. Having all that hatred, but you did.
It's just a word brought out in the book of Obadiah. The time of Jake's destruction, he was as one of them.
Exactly.
You had your hand in it too.
Or what about Herod?
Right.
The Greeks, Romans. 70 AD. Come on, bro. You can play, hey man, you can point fingers back and forth all you want to, man. But at the end of the day, it comes down to the spirit. It comes down to what the scriptures are saying. What is the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua? The words are that you were supposed to serve us, and you failed your mission. And if it was up to you, because as it says in the scriptures, man, the time of their calamity, the time of Jake's calamity had ended. The judgment had come. It was like the Most High was basically like, all right, that's enough of that. But Esau furthered the affliction. You stayed on top of it, man. Where Jake is just all confused and bugged out, don't know who they are. And that's messed up, man. You stole an entire heritage. You stole an entire heritage from people. Literally impersonated them, man. Bugged them all out, made them believe a lie, really deceived the entire world. You got the entire world don't know who the Israelites are, but they should know. Everybody should know. It's the only time in history that nobody knew who the Israelites are. There was supposed to be a time when Esau was like, all right, Esau was never supposed to strip us of our identity.
This is Revelation chapter 19. against him that sat on the horse and against his army. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that brought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire, burning with brimstone. And the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, which sword proceeded out of his mouth, and all the fowls were filled with their flesh. Which is Esau, Esau coming against the Lord with all these nations. Talking about how he's going to be destroyed. Him and all these nations, man, are going to be subjugated. Alright, under Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, when the Lord returns with the host of heaven. Okay, his time is up. For all the deception, man. Okay, he deceived the world. And he's going to deceive the world, people of this world, of the earth, of below, to take the mark of the beast, man. He's going to deceive them, tell them, you can see again, okay? You can walk again, you can talk again. Bro, this has been going on for a minute where they've been testing these things out. There's a device where they put a thing in a baby's brain and like the chip and like a hearing device, man, so the baby can hear again. Or put a device in the baby's brain and allow them to see again. Yeah, Esau is going to deceive many people to take that mark. And they're going to be destroyed with him, man. Because they're going to worship the beast in his image. Once again, the beast is NATO and the EU. Alright, which are Edomite countries. They're going to gather all nations to fight. And then all nations are going to fight against the Lord. Or attempt to fight against the Lord. And get destroyed.
Yeah, that dude's gonna be a buffet for cancer.
Yeah, I mean that's what you people have to look forward to. That don't, that are all Israelites. You're gonna be food.
Laugh now, man. You ain't got much longer than that.
You're gonna be food for birds, for people, different animals.
Talk about grown men in dresses.
What's he say?
Yeah. That's fine, man. You're gonna be a buffet for cancer. Big ass ain't going nowhere when this shit comes.
And we're made a spectacle, a laughing stock to you people. We're scoffed at.
That's why it's all good, man.
Right.
It's all good, bro, because at the end of the day, we know what's going down. It's funny, too, because you're going to be in a proud state of mind while you literally see, and you may not actually see it because your head is so far up your ass that you can't see anywhere but your retina. But America is getting ready to be destroyed, man. World War III, economy's collapsing, inflation is rising. You're a big ass dude, man. You like to eat, bro. You ain't gonna be able to eat for much longer. You better go to McDonald's as much as you can, bro. This is about to be gone.
This is Proverbs 16 and 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall.
Hey, we talk about repentance, but hey, the Lord said He's gonna laugh at your calamity when your fear comes. Right. He's gonna be mocked when your destruction comes, and it's gonna come as a whirlwind. It's gonna smack.
Better it is to be of an humble spirit with the lowly than to divide the spoil with the proud.
Right. Better it is to be humble. And we're lowly, man. Look.
Yeah, you don't see us out here, you know, butchering people or stalking arms to butcher people. We're lowly. We accept the reality of the scriptures that we were created to go through this hell. It's all prophecy. You know, as the scripture says, you know, I shall bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him.
Hey, just like I heard what that dude said when he was walking by. He was over there. I didn't say anything because I knew that's just Satan. You know, I didn't say damn to the guy, let him walk. And the reason why he turned around going, what? Is because he wanted us to say something to get, because he's super proud ass Jake. You know, and you know, he was ready for confrontation, man. But we're not about that up here. And I ain't even gonna say nothing about it. I ain't even gonna say nothing about that. You know, there's a saying in the world called "fuck around and find out."
I was one of those guys. I know I would have been.
Hey man, but hopefully this has been edifying, man. I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Harakakwadash.
double honors to our apostles and those of great notes on and Shalom.
Shalom. To the elect.
To the elect.